Hi, this is Rick from Vintage Oddball Cards showing you some of my vintage stamp collection. This first one here is a 1911 Helmar stamp of Home Run Baker in an SGC 6. These are rare stamps. The stamps were placed inside of envelopes, small envelopes and packages of Helmar tobacco. It's a 180 player set, 50 different frames, hard to complete with the frames and the cards in combination. Ty Cobb, Cy Young, Mathewson are part of the stamps, and so this is a rare Home Run Baker stamp. The next one I have here is actually a card, but it looks like a stamp. And this here is a Bagar Chocolate Gabby Hartnett in a Sports Collector Digest. Sports Collector Digest used to be a grading company. They used to have a section of their company grading cards, and if you have a red label, probably legit. They graded pretty well back then in the 1990s. If you have a blue label, probably not quite as legit once they sold the company. Once they sold the company, that company particularly, they use blue labels, and I've seen a few that are not quite up to snuff when it comes to grading. Anyway, this is a Cuban issued card, probably the smallest card you're ever going to see for a set. 90 card set, hard to complete, because if you turned in the 180 cards, or you would receive a prize. There's 2 or 3 of these cards, players that are really rare. So it would be hard to complete the set with the player. That's actually pretty rare cards anyway. The next one I have here is a 1935 Charlie Gehringer, George Burke stamp. And George Burke was a famous photographer in the 1930s, and he was based out of Chicago. And this is a 24-player stamp set of the Detroit Tigers. This one is in a PSA 1, and the reason for it was actually used as a stamp. The next one I have here is a 1935-37 George Burke card, and it's actually sideways. It's moving inside the case here. And basically what he would do is he would give these cards or stamps to players to give to fans. And so in correspondence envelopes, you might see one of these stamps of the players, which is kind of cool. The next one I have here is also a 1935-37 George Burke. And this is of Kiki here. And it's in an SGC 5 here. And the picture quality is actually fantastic. You can find these out there, especially the 35-37 ones that are the 35-37 ones were other players besides Detroit Tigers. The next stamp I have here is a 1949 Eureka stamp of Duke Snider in a PSA 5, a 200 card set, only National League players in the set. Albums were available to complete for the set. Key stamp is the Jackie Robinson. These are easy to find. Nice looking Duke Snider for someone's master set. And then lastly, I got a 1964 Wheaties stamp of Juan Marichal. My favorite team's the Giants, so I do have a lot of different Giants type vintage oddball stamps and cards. This is a 50-player set. 18 of the players were Hall of Famers. The ones that are missing is of the set, the players were Maris and Mantle, since they had a contract with Post Cereal, and this one here is a General Mills company. And you could actually mail in for 50 cents. You can mail in and get the complete set back then with the album for the set. So well graded, nice looking Juan Marichal card. So these are some of my baseball stamp collection. And thanks for watching my vintage oddball cards and stamps. Thanks. Bye.